Welcome to the Ripple Effect podcast. We're so glad you've chosen to join us for this practice today. As we begin, please know that the suggestions and guidance offered here are always just that, invitations. You are the ultimate authority on your own experience. We therefore welcome you to modify any instruction so that you're in choice and that this practice better fits the needs of your body and mind in this moment. If you feel any discomfort or a suggestion doesn't resonate with you, you have full permission to change your posture, open your eyes, or simply let the words fall away and do what you need to do. If you ever need a moment to truly land in your experience, please feel free to pause the recording at any time and savor the practice. Honoring your own internal pacing is a wonderful way to deepen your practice. Now let's begin by gently settling in.
Welcome to this practice of tensing and relaxing. This practice is an offering, so please take or leave what you need and be in choice about if and how you participate. The practice of tensing and relaxing can support stress management and perhaps sorting through challenging emotions. We can do this by guiding our attention through the body from feet to head in this instance. I invite you to find a comfortable position, whether lying, sitting, or standing. You're welcome to pause and extend this practice at any point. Let's begin with some grounding. Landing here, noticing, first of all, our outer environment, perhaps taking a moment to set aside what has already happened in our day, or perhaps what will happen in our day, and be fully present in the here and now. Noticing any sounds, sights, or sensations around us. Perhaps deepening the breath by filling up the belly fully on the inhale and squeezing the belly muscles in on the exhale, letting go of all the air inside. Slowly and gently bringing the attention in from out. Noticing now thoughts and sensations within the body. In particular, I invite you to scan the body from head to toe or toe to head, just noticing anything that might be present in each area. I like to imagine light, water, or warmth flowing over the body as I just draw my attention briefly across each area. Also like to bring that same energy and sensation into the practice of tensing and relaxing. Once you've had a chance to pause, ground, and notice what's happening in the body, I invite you to begin with me at the feet. Pausing to notice any sensation in the feet, and then progressively flexing the feet, pointing the toes, squeezing the calf muscles, and activating as many muscles as you can in the feet and the lower legs. Really feeling those muscles fire up, feeling the underside of the foot get warm, feeling the calves become warm and active, concentrating on that area, and really using all your might to contract those muscles and create tension there. On your next inhale, releasing that tension, bringing the toes back towards the knees or the nose and flexing the foot, releasing the tension in the calf, perhaps shaking out the ankles and the foot. Moving up to the upper part of the legs. I invite you to squeeze those large muscles on the front of the thigh, the quadriceps, and that motion may perhaps cause the legs to straighten. Squeezing those large muscles on the front, activating them, feeling them work, perhaps feeling them get warm. Noticing the effort in the muscle, placing attention on the muscles in the front of the leg. And on your next exhale, releasing that tension, perhaps letting the legs return to a bend, lowering the feet to the ground, letting those muscles become soft and relaxed again. Also invite shaking them out, shaking the legs out, if that feels good to you. Moving up the body, coming into the core, I invite you to tense the abdominal muscles, so the muscles in the front of the center of your body, perhaps as if you were doing a crunch, and even inviting you to kind of hunch forward and bring the whole body into a curved position. So squeezing those abdominal muscles, it might come more naturally to do so on an exhale. Feeling perhaps as though the belly button starts moving back towards the spine and really feeling all of that inward energy tightening, bringing towards the center, almost as if you were going to curl up into a ball. Keeping those muscles firm, contracted, and tense. And then on your next inhale, releasing that tension, feeling the belly open up, feeling the abdominal muscles relax, perhaps even taking a counter stretch and inviting the chest to open, inviting leaning back, opening up that area in the front middle of the body. As you are ready, I invite you to next move attention into your hands and your forearms, the lower part of your arms. To tense this part of the body, making a fist with both hands, squeezing that fist tight, and even adding more, rolling those wrists back and tightening the wrists as though you're going to curl them back towards the elbow, and bringing even the whole arms into a position as though you're doing a bicep curl, as though you're pulling something back towards the body. So feeling the fist squeeze tight and the tension in the hands, feeling the wrist flexed and feeling all of the tension in the forearm, and perhaps even curling the whole arm and feeling tension in the biceps as you draw the fist, the wrist, and the forearms close into the body. Squeezing, 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 keeping tension in those muscles, feeling them get warm perhaps. And on your next exhale, opening up. So releasing that bicep curl, allowing the wrist to extend back, opening up the palms nice and wide, perhaps spreading the fingers, creating lots of open space in what was previously compressed, even straightening out the arms in front of you, out to the sides, up above the head. Moving to the back of the body, the back of the upper body, and inviting some tension into the space between the shoulder blades. So this may look very subtle and no arm movement may occur, and you may just feel that space between your shoulder blades squeeze together. And that may be really subtle, and the rest of the body may not move very much. Perhaps bringing the arms into a goalpost or cactus shape and feeling that same tension in between the shoulder blades, pulling and squeezing the shoulder blades together, maybe even opening the chest in an effort to squeeze that area between the shoulder blades together. Feeling that tension, feeling perhaps the chest open up and puff forwards. Perhaps there is a leaning backwards that happens naturally with all of that tension gathering between the shoulder blades and the back body. Squeezing, keeping tension there. And on your next exhale, releasing that tension. If you have goalpost or cactus arms, perhaps the arms are coming forward. Relaxing down to the sides. Maybe there's even, again, a counter stretch, so a hunching of the shoulders, a leaning forward, reaching the arms forward in front, and maybe gathering the elbows and shoulders in front to create more space in between those shoulder blades that were just contracted. Taking a moment to release all that tension, wiggle and shake the body as you need and as may feel comfortable for you. And moving now into an area that can feel strange to gather tension in, but where we often hold tension, the neck and shoulders. So pulling the shoulders up towards the ears, and then holding them there and squeezing as if you were going to press them and glue them together, really squeezing those shoulder blades up towards the ears. This may also invite other tension in the upper body, so maybe the fists are coming back, maybe the arms are squeezing tight into the body. Just noticing what comes naturally as you're squeezing those shoulders up towards the ears and holding tight. And on your next exhale, releasing that tension, feeling the shoulders melt away from the jawline and from the ears, feeling space and openness around the neck and shoulder area. Maybe you want to roll the neck to the front, perhaps to the back, side to side. Stretch the neck open by lifting the chin and lifting the gaze up toward the ceiling. Releasing that tension that was just created. From the neck and shoulders, continuing to move up to the face. Creating tension in the face can look kind of silly, but just smiling perhaps and inviting that silliness. Maybe telling others what you're doing if you're in a public space. Bringing tension into the face in kind of a strange way, imagining that all of the muscles of the face are coming together in the center towards the nose. So puckering the lips, squeezing eyes closed, shut, tight, and really pushing the eyelids together, squeezing the lips together, feeling tension in the cheek and jaw muscles moving towards the nose. So feeling like there's a central pinching point in the middle of the face and really just gathering a lot of heat and energy in that area and squeezing and holding shut. Try not to clench the jaw. Holding that tension, feeling the heat build. And on your next exhale, releasing that tension and doing some of the opposite motions, opening the eyes wide in an exaggerated way, opening the mouth wide, relaxing the jaw. Moving again, perhaps the neck and shoulders side to side, in circles, whatever feels good, releasing whatever tension you may have just created. Pausing for a moment to notice any leftover heat and activation in the body. Coming back to our full body grounding. Perhaps noting any sensations that have changed from the time we began this practice to now. Areas that were previously tense, that in active tension have started to release and relax. Maybe even areas that had tension that you didn't notice there was tension in until now, that you feel the release and the relaxation. In all of it, being grateful for this time and space, grateful for the body you have right now. I invite you to close with me in this gratitude, perhaps with one more cycle of full breath, filling up the belly, feeling the breath move through the nose and throat, down into the chest, and exhaling, perhaps with a sigh, fully releasing all of the air from the belly, from the chest, from the throat. Lingering here as long as you need, and returning to this practice as often as may serve you.